Hello students, welcome in Babita Science tutorial. Let's continue our chapter The Fundamental Unit of Your Life, class 9th NCERT Science. In this video, I will explain you cell wall and this is a seventh part of this chapter. Let's continue over this first paragraph. In the first paragraph, they want to say plant cells in addition to the plasma membrane have another rigid outer covering called the cell wall, and the cell wall lies outside the plasma membrane. The plant cell wall is mainly composed of a cellulose, and the function of this cellulose is that it can provide structural strength to plants. Then this is a very important line, students. You can underline it here. Okay, and the plant cells composition of the plant cell is a cellulose, and the function is given here structural strength to plant cell. See students, here this one is the plant cells. Okay, and the outer covering of this plant cell is a plasma membrane. Beside this plasma membrane, one outer covering is a present, that is a very rigid, and this one is called the cell wall. Okay, and the composition of this cell wall is a cellulose. The composition of this cell wall is called the cellulose, and the function of this cellulose is that it can provide structural strength to plant. Then this one is additional. This cell wall is present only in the plant cell and it is absent in the animal cells. Let's continue in the second paragraph. When a living plant cell loses water through osmosis, there is a shrinkage or contractions of the contents of the cells away from the cell wall, and this phenomena is known as a plasmolysis. This definition is a very important. What is the plasmolysis? Then students, see here, this is a living plant cells. Okay, this one is a living plant cells. In this living plant cells, many contents are present. Okay, and when the water is loses out from this living plant cells, that process is called the plasmolysis. And what happens when the loss of water takes place from the living plant cells, then shrinkage occur. Then shrinkage, the contents which is present inside the cells, it is start to shrink. Okay, that process is called the plasmolysis, means the removal of water from the living plant cells through the process of a osmosis. So you can better understand this one with the help of this activity 5.6. In the 5.6, they want to say that mount the peel of a royo leaf. Okay, royo leaf is one kind of the leaf in which two shades color is present. Okay, in the front side it is a green in color, and the back of this leaf is in the purple color. You can take the royo leaf and royo leaf in water on a slide and examine cells under the high power of a microscope. Note the small green granules called a chloroplast, and they contain a green substance called a chlorophyll. Okay, then after you will put a water solution, sugar solution or salt solution on this slide. Now see here student, I will explain you like this. Take this slide. Okay, take one slide and put a peel of a royo leaf here, and put a few drops of a water here, and then after put a cover slip on it. Okay, when we see this slides under the microscope, then we see a small green granules are present, that is called the chloroplast, and inside the chloroplast green pigment is present, that is called the chlorophyll. Then after what we will do here, then put a few drops of a salt solution in it. Okay, in this slide. Okay, first you will remove this cover slip, then you will put a few drops of a salt solution in it, then after you will cover this slide with the cover slip and wait for 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes. Then after you will see under the microscope. Now what happened? What do we see here? When we see under the microscope, then we see that the content of the cells start to shrink. Why the content of the cells start to shrink? Because losses of the water takes place here. Okay, or we can say that plasmolysis takes place here. Why? Because we are using here, we have put the drops of a salt solution, and this salt solution is a concentrated. That's why the contents of the cells becomes a shrink, and the losses of the water takes place, or we can say that plasmolysis takes place. Now in the second point, in the second see here, now place some royal leaves in a boiling water for a few minutes. This kills the cells. Then mount one leaf on a slide and observe it under a microscope. Put a strong solution of sugar or salt on the mounted leaf on the slide. Wait for a minute and observe it again. What do we find? Did plasmolysis occurs? No. Students, what you will do here in this one, take the royal leaf, okay, and you will boil this royal leaf, okay, and then after you will remove this royal leaf from the beaker and put on the slides and put on the peel of the royal leaf on this slides, okay, and then after you will put a few drops of salt solution here and cover it with a cover slip. Then after you will see under the microscope. Can you see any changes here, or can plasmolysis takes place in this slide? Yes or no? No, plasmolysis cannot be takes place in these slides. Why? Because when you will boil this leaf in the beaker, then what happened? The cells of this leaf is die here, or we can say that the contents of this leaf is now become a non-living thing. It's not a living thing now here. See here another paragraph. In another paragraph, what do we infer from this activity? It appears that only living cells and not a dead cells are able to absorb water by osmosis. Yes, only living cells can perform the plasmolysis. Non-living things or dead cells cannot be perform the plasmolysis. Okay. Now in the second case, when you have boiled that leaves, then what happened? All the content of the cells becomes a dead. It cannot be absorbed the water from the outside. Then we can see that plasmolysis takes place only in the living cells, not in the dead cells. Okay, students, let's continue in the another paragraph here. Cell wall. The function of the cell wall is given again here. We know that the cell walls is a rigid outer covering of the plant cells, okay, and it can provide the strength also. Besides of this one, another function is also given here. Cell walls permit the cells of a plant, fungi and bacteria to withstand with very dilute hypotonic external media without bursting. Student, cell wall is present in the plants, in the fungi and in the bacteria also. And when we put the cells of a plants, fungi and bacteria in the hypotonic solution, the cells will not burst. Why? Because of the presence of the cell wall. What is the students here? Hypotonic solution. The hypotonic solutions are those solutions in which the surrounding water is a maximum as compared to the cells. Okay, then when we put the see here, this is your beaker, or you can take the petri dish, and this one is a cell. Okay, cells of plant, and this one is a medium, is a hypotonic solution, means concentration of the water is a maximum here as compared to these cells. So when you will put this plant cells or fungi or bacteria in this hypotonic solution, this cell will not burst. Why this cell will not burst? Because of the presence of the cell wall. Now see here, in such media the cells tend to take up water by osmosis. Yes, then these cells can absorb the water with the help of the process osmosis. Then what happens when these cells can absorb the water from the surrounding? Then these cells become the swells up. No, that this cells becomes a large in size. The cells become a swells up due to the absorption of water from the outside with the help of the osmosis process here. Okay, with the help of the osmosis process, the cell swells, building up the pressure against the cell wall. Now when the water phase goes inside these cells, okay, then it will create a pressure on the cell wall. Here the outer covering of this plant cell is the cell wall. Now it will create the pressure on the cell wall, and again the swollen cell, the wall exerts an equal pressure against the swollen cells. Now you will see here, when the water goes inside it, then it will create the pressure against the cell wall, and then this cell wall is also create equal pressures inside the swollen cells. Okay, then because of this wall, such cells can withstand much greater changes in the surroundings medium than animal cells. Now students, here they want to say that due to the presence of this cell wall, due to the presence of this cell swarm, it can very easily withstand this hypotonic solution as compared to the animal cells. Okay, that's why if anyone asks to question to you, if we put animal cells in a hypotonic solution, then what happened? If we put the animal cells in the hypotonic solution, then bursting will take place. Why? Because cell wall is not present in the animal cell. But such things is not occur in the plant cells, because in the plant cells cell wall is present. When the water goes inside the cell wall, it will create a pressure on the cell wall, and the same pressure from the cell wall create in the cells. Okay, and in this way the cell wall will not the cell wall in the plant cells is helps from the bursting. Then this is about cell wall. What is the cell wall and what is the composition of the cell wall? What is the function of the cell wall? And here this experiment is also very important, because with the help of this experiment we can understand the plasmolysis process also. Then this is a very important, and question will ask to you exam time also. Then student, you can understand it better, read it thoroughly, and if you have any problem then comment me in my comment box. Till then, bye, have a nice day.